Good afternoon and welcome to my first podcast in a long time. It's been a couple years since you've had an update for me, and I'm just kind of looking to maybe start adding to my channel and get back into it. So today we're going to be discussing how to separate from the military in an easy fashion, even though that's really simplifying it and there is no easy fashion. I think the first topic we have to discuss is that military life doesn't last forever. While you're in, a lot of people only join for about 4 years, maybe 6, and they really just focus on getting out. It's not for them, and I guess that's an easy decision once you've already kind of accepted that you're only going to do a short term. I myself was looking to do 20 years, and didn't turn out that way. So at about my 12-year mark, just after, I made the decision to separate, and I will tell you that it was not the easiest thing ever. I feel like if I'd had a better mindset or a better plan, maybe it would have been a little easier. But I've been out for about 2 years now, and I will say it does get a little easier with time, but I think having the proper mindset before you go into it will definitely help. So I think the first thing is realizing that no matter if you plan on doing 4, 6, 10, 20, your plans can always change, and life happens. So be prepared for that. I think a big part would just to be, a big thing they teach in the military is adaptability. So while you may not be prepared, definitely I would say have that somewhere in your head, that mindset that things can change rapidly, and it could be medical, it could be judicial, it could be anything like that. Or just a change of heart that maybe your thoughts don't align with those of the Air Force anymore, or the Marines, or whatever branch you're in. So just keep that in mind, and really look to set up a game plan for, or a mindset at least, that you can function when you get out. I think the next topic I want to talk about is trying to get your finances straight. A lot of people, rely on that paycheck on the 1st and the 15th. And again, stability in the military is huge. You know it's coming, and you're just continue to go day in, day out. And that's the crazy thing about the military, is that you are kind of, I wouldn't say stuck, but that contract's going to be there for a certain amount of time. Whereas in the civilian sector, you can be fired at the drop of a hat, or you could come into a really stable position where you're there for years and years and years, and maybe you don't change. In the military, obviously, we PCS, we get new jobs, we get new supervisors, we move all the time. So things change rapidly, and being prepared, like I said, in case the drop of a hat or the decision comes where maybe it doesn't align with what your family is going to do anymore. Having your finances, having a 3 to 6 month savings, figuring out where you want to live, setting up your housing can all be very beneficial to when you get out. Do you want to move back home? Do you never want to go home again? Where is your home? That's a big question. Getting that savings, your 401k, your TSP, getting all that stuff set up. Maybe you want to get into real estate, maybe you want to get into crypto, who knows? There's so many avenues that you can venture down when setting up your finances. The next topic I want to discuss briefly is project your purpose. What is your why? What do you really want to do? Are you really enjoying what you're doing in the military? If not, when you separate, that's the perfect time to change it up, and maybe do what excites you. Maybe something that you're talented at, that you can make a lot of money. So then the question comes, are you more focused on money or happiness, or can you find a common ground where you can find both? I'd say initially, it's pretty hard to find both. Just because you find a good job that pays well doesn't mean you'll be happy either, or just because you're happy doesn't mean that you can pay the bills. So you kind of have to find that middle ground as far as maybe where you want to go, what do you want to do. And again, with that mindset change of the military, you can leave at any time. So what do you want to do when you get out? It doesn't have to be forever. It doesn't have to be your final answer. I think a lot of people don't understand that when you separate that. I believe it's You go through like 2 jobs in your first year. Most people don't know what they want to do, and it's really hard when you're being told your whole career, what to do, when to do it, how to do it. It's definitely a big change from coming from something that's so structured. I guess my last piece of advice for today, I'm going to keep this fairly short, is that what you really want to, one thing that really helps is finding a mentor, especially someone that's been through the situation. Maybe you can find someone, or someone that's gone through a similar situation as you. Maybe they're in the same career field and they've been out a while. Because you can ask all day, like, all your friends that are still active duty and say, hey, how do you plan on getting out? But no one really knows until they actually get out. It's like the saying, in boxing, everyone's got a plan until you get hit. When you get hit, how will you react? Adaptability is huge, Again, your first job might not be your last, and probably won't. So, you can keep bouncing from job to job, or you can try to find happiness where you're at. Finding a mentor is huge, though. It doesn't have to necessarily be someone that's been in the military. Maybe someone that has had a big influence in your life, or maybe just you end up finding a new mentor. I myself, over the last 2 years, have had I'd say two or more, but definitely two mentors that have really helped guide me and get me back on a path of growth and, putting myself out there again. One of them was through the ACP mentorship program. His name was Joe. He was in the finance sector, something, I'd thought about getting into when I got out. Didn't end up going that direction, but he definitely gave me a lot of guidance of, at least getting my ideas and mindset back together and to continue to crush my goals. My other mentor, Shirley, is retired Army, and she's been doing a lot of great things. She also is really big into project management, which is what I thought I was going to get into. And I'll say now that a lot of the concepts that I've learned in project management through my PMP and actively being a Scrum Master have really not only helped me transition, but also kind of realize my future goals and just to continue, I think an agile mindset is also really huge, that you could, look at those small incremental changes that you can do to set yourself up. It's these small actions that are really going to get you to your goal. So this is my first edition in a long time. So my name is Donnie, and I look forward to chatting with all of you again in the future.